Hey there, colleagues. Thanks for tuning in. Today I want to talk about something that's quietly reshaping our entire field: genetic and metabolic testing in neurology. If you're still on the fence about ordering these tests for your patients, let's break down exactly why they're not just helpful, but genuinely necessary, and how you can integrate them into your practice without headaches over workflow or billing. Here's the reality. Neurological disorders like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ALS, the ataxias, epilepsy, and neuropathies rarely walk in the door with classic textbook presentations. Early symptoms are often vague: headaches, subtle cognitive shifts, maybe some tremor or weakness. Traditional imaging and EMG might be normal or just muddy the waters. That's where genetic testing steps in. If you've ever had a patient whose symptoms just don't add up, or whose family history gives you a nagging feeling, genetic testing can clinch the diagnosis. It's not just about rare syndromes. These tests can confirm or even uncover what's going on when everything else is inconclusive. And with gene-targeted therapies emerging, knowing the underlying mutation can change the entire management plan. Think about being able to predict disease course in ALS, or find that one patient with a treatable metabolic disorder hiding in your idiopathic group. That's real impact. Current AAN and ACMG guidelines are clear: order testing whenever there's clinical suspicion, a relevant family history, or when your standard workup comes up short. Now, let's talk metabolism. Every patient's ability to process neurotransmitters, clear neurotoxins, or handle oxidative stress is written in their DNA. Two patients with the same disease might respond completely differently to treatment. And you know those stories where standard dosing backfires? Genetic polymorphisms in metabolic pathways can be the hidden culprit. Uncovering mutations in genes like PULG or GBA, or identifying channelopathies like SCN1A, doesn't just give you answers. It lets you predict risk, avoid harm, and personalize care in a way we just couldn't before. So, what's in it for your patients? Early detection, sharper interventions, counseling for family members, a shorter, sometimes dramatically shorter, diagnostic journey, and even access to clinical trials based on their mutation status. Let's get practical. The workflow is more straightforward than you might think. Start with your usual evaluation and history. Document the symptoms and note ICD-10 codes like G11, 9 for hereditary ataxia, G20.A1 for atypical Parkinsonism, and so on. Obtain informed consent, collect a buccal swab or blood sample, fill out the lab's requisition form, and you're halfway there. Billing? Covered. Use standard CPT codes 99204 or 99214 for the office visit, 96040 for genetic counseling, 99417 if you're spending extra time, and 81479 or a gene-specific code for the test itself. Non-face-to-face prolonged service? That's 99358. Medicare rates are reasonable, and most private payers follow suit when medical necessity is documented. Bottom line, genetic and metabolic testing isn't extra. It's becoming the new clinical standard in neurology, not just for rare diseases, but for anyone who deserves precision, earlier answers, and safer care. If you haven't already, now is the time to make these tests part of your routine. Thanks for watching, and for advancing the future of neurology, one patient at a time.